Well, this is the final pose in this series for managing or helping you with issues to do with high blood pressure. And this pose is called Savasana. It's the corpse pose, and it's hugely undervalued by many practitioners. So it's a very important pose. It's very important because it helps with relaxation. Some people find it difficult to lie down flat on the floor. So when you come into this position, use your hands, lie back with the knees bent, and you can then decide if you want to put something underneath the knees. It's really important when you're using yoga as a restorative practice or a therapeutic practice that you get as comfortable as possible. So you can use whatever cushions you have to support the back of the knees. I was never inclined to use props in the past. The other thing is that I'm wearing socks, and I have done throughout this, because my circulation isn't great. And that's also an issue with people with high blood pressure sometimes. So keep your feet warm and keep your body warm with a blanket. Your temperature will go down slightly if you relax well on the floor. Palms face up towards the ceiling, fingers curled naturally, feet fall out to the sides. Chin comes down slightly. Shoulder blades close together behind the back. Let's go through everything once more in just a moment. Settle yourself on your mat. You can use an eye blanket as well. Oh, mine is too far away. An eye pillow over the eyes is really nice, or just close the eyes. Stay here for a moment, and then you might notice that you need to make more adjustments. So check the left leg, check the right leg, check the hips, feel even. Check that the knees are equally supported. And then check the back of the waist. Check the shoulders. Draw the shoulders closer together behind the back, the tops of the shoulders away from the ears. And I always think of the shoulder blades as being like wings. You're folding your wings. And that also helps you to notice that the shoulder blades support the back of the rib cage to some degree, or at least they are in contact with it. So let that be a support to help the rib cage to open at the front. The arms can relax as much as possible, left and right. Might need to make sure that you have the blanket under both hands if possible. Check that the head is resting on the center of the back of the head. Bring the chin down slightly and check again. And when you've made all those minor adjustments and any more that you need to, then let the body come into a position where it can stay still. And take 2 or 3 longer, deeper breaths. So inhale, and as you exhale, just let the air out of the body and notice how that allows you to sink into the floor. Keep making adjustments if you need to, and then when you're ready, after these few longer, deeper breaths, let yourself resist any further urge to move. Let yourself be aware that by being still, you're allowing your body to relax completely. And when it's in a state of complete relaxation, including allowing the breath to find its own natural rhythm, then it can focus on the parasympathetic nervous system, the system to do with repair and, in fact, with self-regulation, with the restoration of systems, rebalancing. Now, obviously, you can stay here as long as you like. It's a good idea to do a body scan from soles of feet through toes, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, backs of knees. Just thinking, you don't need to say these aloud. Thighs, hips, buttocks, pelvis, abdomen, waist, whole back, rib cage, heart and lungs, whole chest, shoulders, arms, elbows, wrists, hands, fingers, shoulder blades, collarbones, whole neck, throat, jaw, whole skull, whole head, whole face. And then take your focus to your nostrils and notice your breathing. See if you can notice without controlling. Just notice the breath coming in through the nostrils, through the throat, into the lungs, the abdomen rising, and then the breath leaving the body, abdomen, chest, throat, nostrils. Follow it a few times. Follow rather than lead. And then you can, in the same way, follow your thoughts. You don't need to push anything away, just let it be there. Notice how it arises, takes shape, changes, and moves into something else. And the same with your emotions. Although this could be quite subtle, the change. See if you can be a compassionate witness. Have your own well-being in mind. Decide that you want to alleviate your own suffering as much as possible. You don't need to add judgment or anger or anything else. And when you're ready, you can make a decision that this is the end of the practice for you, for today. Take a deeper breath or two. And then begin to very gently wiggle the toes and the fingers, the ankles and the wrists, the hands, the feet. Roll the head slowly from side to side. And bend the knees. You might want to hug the knees. Rotate the knees one way and then the other. Just massage the low back slightly. Roll over onto your side for a moment. And then push up to sitting. And when you come to sitting, Sit just for a moment. And see if you can notice how you feel. And bring the palms together. If it feels comfortable to do so, or just take one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. Have a sense of appreciation. We can't do much to change the conflict of the world, but we can do something about our own attitude. And we can be grateful for ourselves, for giving ourselves even a little time to self-regulate, to be a bit kinder, a bit calmer with ourselves. And we can imagine what the world would be like if everybody could take a few moments to calm down. Palms together in front of the chest. Bow the head forwards. Humbly raise the head. Namaste.